Good morning, everybody. You don't have to look any farther than the New York Times to understand why I don't support either party, why I'm an independent. Why? Look at this headline. Top Republicans are silent on Biden victory as Trump refuses to concede. Really, the best the top Republicans in the Senate could do is to remain silent on a blatantly rigged election. They aren't raising their voices in protest. They're meekly going away in silence. The Republicans aren't wolves. They're more like sheep. You want to know who the real wolves are? The Democrats. Not only have they rigged the election, they're all but bragging about it. I do think, though, that because the Republicans are meekly staying silent, that they aren't raising their voices in protest, that this election will stand. If you're hoping that the Supreme Court will step in, you're wrong. Justice Barrett has already said she's going to step aside on this one. She's going to recluse herself. So, at the very best, it's going to be a 4-4 tie for the Supreme Court not to hear any arguments about why this election should be overturned. I think the Democrats have done just enough to make this election stand. Now, it may stink to high heaven, but it will stand. And so, next January, we are going to have a 46th president. Yeah, I don't like it any better than you do. But let's not step away from reality. Unlike certain people, let's go on, because although the Times here is just a propaganda outlet, if you want to go full TDS, let's go to another news organization. Of course, the Daily Beast lives up to its name. And who do they have talking about it? Well, this article might be a bit old, but I chose it for a reason. Look at the headline. Al Gore, if Trump refuses to concede, the military would run him out. Come on, Al. You refuse to concede until the middle of December in your election. And that was only when one state may have been rigged. We have rigging in at least a half a dozen states, probably more. And let's at least wait for the recount. If they can hide their malfeasance in the recount, and I think they can, it's gonna be Beijing Biden come January. Now, Al, just because if you would have been a one-term president and the military would have had to run you out, that isn't President Trump's style. President Trump will leave the White House on January 20th. He will get on Marine Corps One, fly to Air Force One, fly off to the sunset. Here's what I hope he does. I hope he doesn't stay around for any of the ceremonies on January 20th. I hope he doesn't congratulate Beijing Biden. I hope that in the letter he leaves on Beijing Biden's desk, that he warns him that he believes the election was rigged, gives him a folder full of evidence proving it, and warning him that what they did to him, they will most definitely do to Beijing Biden if he steps out of line. So if this rigged election stands, and I think it will, I hope for President Trump that he just flies off to the sunset, enjoys his retirement in Florida on a golf course.